So recently we hit 50 subscribers and I decided to do a bit of a challenge where I use different art styles to try and draw a shade. This first one, the colors are really being annoying. I managed to fix it though, which is why the other ones look a bit better, and I made the shading on the same layer by accident. But the first style I chose was Bellosaurus, and in the end, even though I didn't exactly like how the colors turned out, I really enjoyed the line work itself. It's a really nice style. It wasn't actually too hard to get down, and aside from the color issue, it was relatively simple. This next artist is Gemstone the Hybrid, which was a lot easier than the first one. I like the way all the shapes are connected, which is a bit different from my style, because I prefer to have most things actually be connected to the main body, which is why this is an interesting experience for me. But it also wasn't super hard. It was pretty easy to color how I wanted, and I like how they did a little wing gradient. Also, their shading is just really nice, where it's just light and dark together to make a really nice one. At least from art, from a drawing I saw by them. I just stuck with that. This next artist I got was I the Reindeer, and this was definitely the hardest one for me. Their style is just really it looks a little goofy, but that's the charm of it. You could see I had the most trouble with the head. I could get the rest of it done easily, relatively easily. And that's just it was just annoying having to you could see just me messing up the head so many times. I made this monstrosity right here, as you can see, and then I knew that it was not good and that it just wouldn't do. Then I realized that I could connect the mouth more to the face, which is what I did now, because I felt like it just resembled it more. The coloring was a lot easier than line art because I just did what I knew how to do. And they had a gradient in the eye, which I really liked. And the shading was just pretty much the same as Gemstone, but I was using an airbrush, or whatever you call it, to make it look more like that. And that's what I like about it. This next style is from Lizard the Leopard Shark, or just Lizard. This one is the style I've had the most experience with because I've seen a lot of their art. And shameless advertisement. Oh, wait, never mind, I'll tell you at the end. This is the final one. I liked Lizard, it was a good one. This is Magic Watcher, the final style I chose for this. They primarily do Warriors stuff, but on occasion they will do Warriors stuff. Wings of Fire. And their style is pretty much the same for both fandoms. Just they had a little more curves, I guess, is how you can describe it. But again, this one wasn't that hard, because the style reminded me a lot of mine. Just some of the shapes were a bit different, and the ways they colored. But I could see it sort of like my style too, especially with the eye shapes and the way, the thickness of the lines, which made it a lot easier to color and shade. I also have a slightly similar shading style to me, which you'll see in a minute. Yeah, suspense, haha. That's what you get. Yeah, so, just, right, okay. But yeah, what they do for shading is pretty similar to me. they have the base and then they add like a blurring effect, like just like right there. That's what made it a lot easier. And yeah, so in total, this took around, I don't know, in total probably like 40 minutes to do no, it was more than that, probably like an hour and a half or so to do all of these, because I split this across multiple days just for the sake of my own sanity. All the artists will be in the description, and like I said about a shameless advertisement, me and Lizard, who you saw earlier, we are hosting a map together it's an AU about Brightheart, so the Discord link to that will be in the description. You can reply to the comment if the link is expired and I can get a new one. And yeah, that's just gonna basically be what's happening. Please find these artists. Again, I'll link them down. And about the map, there'll be more info on that in upcoming videos. And you can also check the map call, which is somewhere on my channel. But yes, definitely try to check out all of these artists, as they are all incredibly talented. And with all that, yeah, Shade signing off.